old John Deere stuck in the snowbank. It's just an L-110 lawn tractor, and we've had it for quite a few years. We've had it for over 20 years, but it's in need of a lot of TLC, and it hasn't run in the past few years, and it's been sitting outside. There's been no place to store it, but it's one of the next upcoming projects at Downeast Thunder Farm and on Downeast Thunder Creations YouTube channel. But what I have to do first is I have to build a workshop, a small shed actually, to work on it, keep it out of the weather, because this whole thing is going to get disassembled and have a complete overhaul and a bunch of repainting and a bunch of new parts. We'll make it like new, and that's upcoming. So I'm working on the design for the shop, and the little small shop is also going to be where it's stored when it's not being used, so it'll be out of the weather. And in order to not have to go through the whole permit process, the shed can be no more than 100 square feet total. So, and I want the maximum amount of space, so either a 10 by 10, which is exactly 100 square feet, or maybe an 8 by 12 or 96 square feet. So I have to figure out what I want to do. And I'll get the wood from a local sawmill, all rough cut, and we'll go from there. I'll get a close-up shot of this and see what I'm dealing with. Well, it's a Monday, February 6th, and it's quite balmy today. It's about 37 degrees out, and we just got past a 3-day event, actually a 36-hour event, I'm sorry, day and a half, of the polar vortex swinging down here, where it was 15 degrees. Actually here it was around 18 degrees below zero, and you know, for a good almost 36 hours, and the wind chill was almost 50 below at times with the big wind gust. And so we didn't go outside, we didn't do anything, but that's all passed, and now we've got this balmy weather. And so let's take a look at this John Deere. Well, here it is. This John Deere lawn tractor is an L-110, and we've had it for over 20 years, and bought it brand new, and that's when we lived on Cape Cod, and we had used it up here for a while, and then it had a few issues and went out of service, and there was no place to put it inside. It's been living outside, so it needs a lot of work to get it back into operation. Only this time it's going to be used as, instead of a lawn tractor, we want to make it into a garden tractor, which is a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier, a little more power, and I can get a little more power out of this. And I'm going to put on different tires because, well, one of these tires on the back is flat, and instead of these mild-mannered turf tires, I think I'm going to go with you know, more like an agricultural tire you see on a tractor. They have them for ATVs, and this particular size tire on the rear is the same size as some available for the ATV, so I think I'm going to go to that. The front tires will probably remain the same, and we're going to put the cutting deck back on it. It hasn't had one on because we don't really have a lawn, but we decided that if we raise it up high, we can use it for rough cutting. And of course I'll put a different seat on it. That seat is pretty well gone. The UV rays cracked and you know, broke it up, and then of course the foam absorbs rainwater, and you know, it's just a mess. And there's a bunch of rust here and there, so we're going to get rid of all that rust, and we're going to do some repainting wherever needed, get it all cleaned up and spiffy. And so that's an upcoming project you're going to see here on Downeast Thunder Creations. And this is now in the planning stages. Thought I'd just share it with you. You can see what's you know, what I'm planning for what's ahead. And then another little bonus here, you see this old snowblower? Well, that was purchased new in the earlier mid 1980s. It's an old Yardman. Has an old Tecumseh engine on it. Tecumseh engine is pretty much toast. But the rest of the snowblower mechanically is there, and I think that too will be that's also going to get a complete overhaul, and I have one of those cheap Chinese Harbor Freight engines I can put on it. I already have it in the shop, and it'll be I can swap it out without having to do anything extra or anything. It'll just fit perfectly. And yeah, there's a few things I have to fix. The chute has a hole in it. That's no chute. It's just cheap plastic, but I've got a few ideas to remedy that. And we'll see what we can do with this. We'll get that cleaned up, painted, and spiffed up as well. It'll come in handy. So that's it for now, and I'll keep you updated as things move along. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Give me a like, thumbs up if you will, please. Helps the channel. Share the video. Comment below. What are your thoughts? What do you think I ought to do with this? And, that helps. Thanks for watching.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say. You should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown.